Guys, this is Nat with the Nomadic Nubian, giving you guys a bit of an update. Wow, I had quite an eventful New Year and holiday season. I wish I could say for the better, but of course you have to keep your hopes up, your spirits up. But I have had quite a time with this RV, and this obviously it's its first winter being utilized, and it's traumatized. I'm pretty sure my RV is traumatized from the winter. And Christmas Eve, my goodness. So I knew that we didn't have heat. I knew that the heater didn't work in the RV, and I anticipated that for the winter, and I thought, that's fine. Well, I have the generator. We can use our electric heaters and electric blankets, and that was the plan. But then on Christmas Eve, my generator goes out. The day before Christmas Eve, my generator goes out. And so I took it to a Cummins dealership south of Atlanta, and I learned some things about the RV I didn't know, things that I'm going to have done. And they were able to get the generator working for a couple hours. Drove off the lot. A few hours later, generator stopped working. So that was, a couple $100 down the drain. Didn't have the $1,000 to fix it. So, I tried to have to figure it out. What does that mean when the generator doesn't work? It means there's no refrigeration, there's no electricity, there's no nothing. Okay, so using the heater in my dashboard just to try to create some heat, because this is probably the coldest winter I've ever experienced. And not just because I'm outside. I mean, it's the coldest winter I've experienced in my lifetime, as far as chill, because it got cold. It was freezing. It was below freezing. Everything was icing up. And so at least I was trying to blow the heater. I had the RV running and was blowing the heater from my dashboard. That made us through Christmas Day. And then the heater stopped blowing. I'm smiling because I have to. It's how you just cope sometimes. So the heater stopped blowing in the RV. So now we don't have any heat. And I'm thinking, well, we're okay on the refrigeration because everything's freezing outside. So we put things in the basement of the RV and in coolers with ice, because it was cold. It was freezing. So even my refrigerated goods, I put outside, was freezing, and I didn't want to freeze. So I had to find a happy medium for that, so that my cold goods didn't freeze. Okay. So, we have no electricity, we have no heat, and it's the middle of winter, and it's in the teens. There's winter advisories, government schools closing, and my belt breaks on my RV, stranded on the side of the road. Man. Oh my God, like within a week time frame all this is happening? Well, what's today's date? Today is January 10th. It's Wednesday, January 10th. So I've been dealing with this since Christmas Eve. And so I was able to have, and I'm going to have a video, a whole separate video on the Good Sam Roadside Assistance. That's a whole another topic I don't want to get here. But was able to have them tow me to this facility here that I'm at, which is a truck graveyard. And it's very unlit and very dark and scary at night being out here. And so they brought the RV here on Friday, last week Friday, and of course the facility was closed. So I've been in this facility. Today is now Wednesday, so I've been here since last Friday. And they finally worked on getting the belt repaired yesterday. A couple of things. I didn't know how to open my hood. So because my RV has been sitting here with no generator running or anything, I lost complete power. My batteries went dead as well. So my batteries were drained. My batteries were unable to get power or be charged because, one, the RV wasn't running, and two, the generator's not running. So there's no way to power up those batteries. And, I had everything shut off, but there's an antenna that the previous owner installed on the RV, and I do believe that drained out because I didn't I didn't realize, I just didn't notice up in the little cupboard there was a little light, and it was constantly searching for a signal, and I think that just drained out the rest of the battery, made the RV not start. So now I needed them to give me a jump. Well, I thought that the battery for the jump was under the hood here. But in looking, this is a Chevy GMP chassis, and there's no battery under the hood. I thought there'd be a battery under the hood. I watched some other RV videos, and I'm learning as I go, but there's no battery. I mean, there's it says battery mode, solenoid, and relays, but it's a tiny little box. I don't know, maybe about 4 inches, 3 inches in depth. But there's this is my engine. I don't know if you can see anything. Let's see. It's my solenoid box there. And there's nothing.